I'm like rushing through my mind, like, okay, I gotta have all this ready. Going through the checklist. I always get a little jittery before a big dinner. It's a mixture of anxiety, excitement. April 19th, I have a special event. I'm gonna be holding a multi-course Native American dinner. That's where I'm going to like show off kind of the basics of what it meant to be cooking out in the wilderness or away from mainstream civilization. Besides learning how to cook at home, while I was in high school, I went to Tulsa Technology Center for culinary arts and just taught me so much in such a short amount of time, and it got me really involved in the cooking community. The biggest thing that I had learned going to school versus cooking at home was a much more social event. In learning our traditional curriculum, we gotta get to the basics, we gotta be quick about it. That was the big difference. It was like, okay, now we're cooking for people for a living, gotta get it on time. Timing is key. Edith and Owen Knight are my mother's parents. Any family events or anytime there was a babysitting, it was my grandparents would take care of me. And it would be for weeks at a time that we'd just go and hang out in Stillwell, Oklahoma with them. I'd go there, my grandfather would take me four-wheeling out in the woods. Meanwhile, inside, my grandma would be cooking. And when I'd come in from playing outside, she'd be like, okay, wash up. It's time to start cooking. She had taught me many times how to make kanuchi. She would talk me through the process. But anytime she'd make that, she was like, Taylor, it's your favorite food. You need to get to the table so you can eat some. And I'd just like run inside and be ready because she was making kanuchi. That was just one of the things that I always look forward to. It's just Grandma's kanuchi. My grandma passed away March 30th, 2016. She basically was the person that taught us about our heritage. And there was a little bit of like, I feel like I'm gonna lose that if she were to be gone. And whenever that did happen, I was like, no, she's taught us the things that she wants us to learn. She's fostered in us a desire to learn more about who we are. I have so many questions now that I never even thought to ask her before she died. Now I'm like, if I could just pick her brain, she would be telling me how to do things in order to keep it Native American. So the idea came for this dinner was, I wonder what Native American food really is. When I was asked the question, what is Native American food, I almost stopped a little bit. Because we all know that a burger and fries is American, or a pizza is Italian. But where would those cultures be without the agricultural influence of the Americas? So what I've done for you guys tonight is taking things that Native Americans had access to in old times. I am taking that and taking it up a notch. 3 things that I found to be Native American. The berry sauce is wojapi, and it is served with carrot chips. And then we have cornbread crackers and a smoked salmon spread. The second course, I have an Indian taco with ground bison, and then I'm serving that with 3 sisters vegetables. I want people to know like the reason why I want to bring awareness to the Native American culture in Tulsa. I'm actually very surprised for as close as we are to Cherokee Nation, how little Tulsa has to do with Cherokee Nation in cuisine and in culture. There are people that are inside Tulsa city limits that know a lot about Native Americans, but I'd like to get more people involved. So we're done with the 3rd course. We're gonna be moving into our 4th course, which is our dessert course. If you've never had grape dumplings before, it is pieces of dough simmered in Concord grape juice
They are a old Cherokee favorite dessert that we all love to share recipes of.
Being Native American means to me is not just what you look like. It's the history, the stories that you've heard growing up, and the connection to your past that you keep alive. A lot of people from other parts of the country don't have this, and they don't even know where they came from. And I am fortunate to have the history behind how I got here. And had it not been for a couple of key moves in history, I wouldn't have grown up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So little changes like that really make an impact of who you are growing up in the future.